It was raining. Thomas, James and Percy were hard at work. Then the rain stopped, but the next problem was mud. And with no rain to wash it off, the engines got covered in mud. "Now, engines," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Victor is still fixing the engine wash, so you'll have to wait until the morning to get clean." Gordon was lucky. He arrived back clean. Victor eventually fixed the wash, but the engines were already resting for the night. The next morning they headed straight for the engine wash. Percy went in first. The mud was washed off, but...
Hello, I'm Thomas.
Oh dear, Percy thinks he's Thomas. James went next.
Hello, I'm Percy.
He came out talking like Percy.
I'm James. I'm the brightest red engine on Sodor.
Thomas came out talking like James. "Oh, what did I do to deserve this?" said Gordon. "They have all gone mad."
I'm James. I like delivering the mail. I'll jump in a puff to be there on time.
Victor was called to sort out the wash. "I don't understand it," he said. But what nobody knew was that the engine wash had a visitor very early in the morning. Tom Moss the prank engine. I might have known. Victor thought that he'd fixed it again. Percy tried it.
I'm James.
Oh no, this time he thinks he's James and it's made him go like a rocket. Slow down, Percy. Same thing happened to James,
Hello, I'm Thomas.
who this time thought he was Thomas. Thomas came out talking like Percy.
Hello, I'm Percy.
A little more adjustment, thought Victor.
Hello, I'm Percy. Fuck my buffers. I'm a busy engine. I'm James. I'm the brightest red engine on Sodor. Hello, I'm Thomas.
This time it worked. When Thomas came out at normal speed, he saw Tom Moss in the tunnel. "You," he said. Tom Moss realised he'd been seen and made a run for it. By the time Thomas had turned round, Tom Moss had gone. Thanks for watching our story featuring 3 of the Trackmaster talking engines that chuff around the track, randomly saying well-known phrases.
I must go fast. There's no time for delay.
They don't usually say they're the wrong engine. We just mixed it up a little for the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Here's another one you may have missed.
Who wants to go to the seaside today? Shouted Daddy Pig. Me, said Peppa. And me, said George. I've packed the barbecue in the camper van, said Daddy Pig. Mummy Pig came out of the house with a hamper of food. Let's go, shouted Peppa. They all climbed into the camper van and off they went. eventually they arrived at the seaside. "This seems like a good place," said Daddy Pig. Peppa ran straight down to the sea while Mummy and Daddy Pig got the barbecue out. George tried putting up the picnic table but needed a bit of help from Peppa. Daddy Pig unfurled the awning on the camper van to give them a bit of shade. "That's better," said Mummy Pig. "Can we go into the sea now?" said Peppa. They all got changed and ran down to the sea. "Stay close to the shore," said Mummy Pig, and they all waded into the sea. They started splashing each other, having a really fun time. "Where's George?" said Mummy suddenly. They looked around but couldn't see him. "There he is," said Mummy, and they saw George out on the small island. "I told you not to wander off," said Mummy. "It's not very deep," said George. "I walked over, but I'm a bit tired now." Just then they heard a train coming. It stopped by the beach. "It's Dora the Explorer," said Peppa. Dora got off the train. "Is everything all right?" said Dora. "Well, George is on that island, and although the water's not very deep, it's a bit cold," said Mummy Pig. "Don't worry," said Dora. "I was going to have a row in my boat anyway. I'll fetch him back." Daddy Pig told George to wait for Dora. They all helped Dora into the water with her boat, and she rowed across to the island. George jumped in and Dora rowed back. George got out and said sorry to everyone. "I won't wander off again," he said. "It's a bit dangerous, isn't it?" "Thanks, Dora," said Daddy Pig. "Will you join us for something to eat?" "I'd love to," she said. While Peppa and George had a shower, Mummy and Daddy Pig started the barbecue. They all gathered around ready to eat the food and agreed that it had been a really great day despite George's little adventure. Thanks for watching. If you want us to do more Peppa stories, give us a like and make